Hello, my name is Stephanie Sharwark, and on this channel we talk about all things related to creative work with an emphasis on my experience in packaging design. I want to go into what I really love about packaging design and how I think about it holistically, and a little bit about my experience in general. What I'm trying to do here is almost give you my packaging design philosophy. Like many creatives, I started out thinking I was gonna do one thing, and I really ended up somewhere a little bit different. And I luckily stumbled into packaging design pretty early on in my first internship. When I was a kid, I used to read the back of cereal boxes, as many people did. And I just remember having this epiphany when I was older, especially at this first job, that, oh, I am now meeting and working with the people that make the back of the cereal box. Like, that didn't just come out of nowhere. Someone thought about it and approved it and designed it and printed it. Like, that went through a whole process, and it came from somewhere, from someone. And I'd really never had that thought before, and it suddenly turned what might to some people seem like a very mundane part of your life into something really interesting and nuanced, and something that had a lot of possibility. And I didn't exactly plan to keep doing this type of work at first. I just happened to end up in a few specific internships and jobs early on that really just doubled down on this experience and led me to learn a lot more and, again, grow that appreciation for the specific emotions and experience that a great package design can bring. But to get into my packaging design philosophy a little bit, I really think about packaging design not really as a packaging design project. I really approach it as a brand project. And that's sort of the dirty secret of my work. You know, I am a packaging designer, but I'm sort of secretly a brand designer behind all of that. Because I really think packaging design is one of the key moments that someone interacts with a brand. Sometimes it's the first time they're interacting with a brand, and sometimes it's almost just the most critical time someone is interacting with a brand. You know, they've made a purchase, or they're deciding to make a purchase, or they're sort of opening the thing that they've been excited about for the first time, and they're having this tangible experience, which every element of a brand is important, of course, but I think that packaging specifically can be extremely critical in that brand experience, and it's kind of intimate in a way. I think that element of it is really exciting and interesting, and has kept me interested in this type of work over my career. I'm very interested in all of the components that pull a packaging design together. I care a lot about naming and copywriting, art direction, photography. I care a lot about illustration. I think that's super fun. And all of those things can often come together on a package design. With wording and copy, I got into doing all of that because often the copy wasn't there, and in order to make a design, I needed to put something there. So I just started writing the copy myself. Obviously, photography and renderings and other elements there. Art direction can be really important in conveying something correctly. And I've definitely been interested in photography for a really long time, so I can really bring that into play. And as many people in the creative field, I've always been interested in art and illustration, but bringing that to life through infographics or illustrations of the product, that comes up a ton in packaging design as well. So I can sort of express that side too, and bring all of those things together in a way that, creates a really interesting and engaging experience. Because you've got such a limited space to work with, it's just a box or a bag, it only has so much room on each side, and it really needs to do certain things very well. Those constraints, while that might sound limiting, I find that to be really interesting, and it allows me to think really hard about, what is a priority, what do we need to convey quickly, and sort of what do we kind of need to move through across the entire design in order to convey all the things we need to and want to the person that we're trying to talk to. yeah, and that constraint of space really forces forces you to think very carefully about what you're going to put on there. And I find that to be an interesting challenge that doesn't come up as much in some other elements of the design world. So I hope you enjoyed that little dive into my philosophy about package design, you know, why I like it, why I've stuck with it all these years. So let me know if you have more questions. I'd love to dive into this topic more and, you know, talk about specific projects or case studies. There's so much to discuss. So let me know if you'd like to hear more about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.